How's everyone doing today? In today's video, it's going to be a little bit different than what I normally post, but I just wanted to discuss a few things. The new buffs and nerfs in Tiny Tina's Wonderlands was a great decision for Gearbox to make, and this is why I think that. Please bear with me and watch the video in its entirety. Not only is this my opinion, but also some information I've gathered from playing post-patch. This video isn't going to be about the class nerfs, it's specifically going to be gauged towards the nerfs and buffs that the gears have gotten within the previous patch. By no means am I saying I disagree or agree with anything, I'm just telling my viewpoint. The liquid cooling got a huge nerf. Do I agree with the amount that it got nerfed? Not necessarily, but I also don't think it's a bad thing, because I really think that the potential that the liquid cooling had was not intentional by the developers. The reason for that, it became the gun that was insanely workable in any situation, and it was amazing, but it made me lose sight of other aspects of the game that were super fun and interesting to discover. Me, for instance, coming from a Frost Shiver class, my main style of play was get into from the shadows and unload with a liquid cooling. I was able to stay in this skill from the start of an obelisk all the way through till I killed the boss due to Berserker's final skill in the tree called Blood of the Fallen. We all were able to shred with the liquid cooling, but variation was going out the window. There was no time to discover and really focus other gun types or styles at all, at least for me. We found the end all be all, which is great. But if Wonderlands is anything like Borderlands 3, there are plenty of weapons that are completely viable. And from what I gathered, we all were using the same variation of a couple guns. I believe most of us were getting a little burnt out, myself included, due to consistent builds surrounding one or two things. My focus was always look for this legendary or that great nightshade, etc. What we didn't know was the viability and variation that was right under our noses. As we all know, epic weapons are great as well, but they are actually truly amazing and very fun to run. There aren't that many variations of legendaries in Wonderlands, and the drop rates are lower than ever before, which I think is a great thing, to be honest. But maybe this was purely intended because other rarities are the real bread and butter here. And I do know the game is new, so the lack of legendaries makes sense and the roster will eventually grow through time. But then it got me thinking. Then there's the Chaos Chamber. The Barf Bunnies offer an amazing way to get dedicated drops. Say you finish the Chaos Chamber with 20k crystals, which is pretty common if you do all portals elite. It costs 500 to activate one dedicated loot pool, whether that be SMG, shotgun, pistol, etc. With 2 to 5 guns roughly flying out at a time, this means if we take the medium, the middle ground, and let's just say 3, if we do 3 times 40, because 20k crystals will allow you to activate the loot pool 40 times, that's 120 pieces of gear that will be dropping, and the focus was always legendaries or that slim window of that great blue or purple nightshade or something like that, at least from my experience. I've honestly been having more fun post-patch than I did pre-patch. It has allowed me to find a gun non-legendary and just try it out, whereas before I would just sell it in most cases. I really do believe there are some really strong guns out there that are non-legendary or of the norm of what most have been using, and finding and using this adds so much of mix-up and playstyle, and generally, for me at least, makes a game that much more fun to run. For instance, the Mania is an amazing purple pistol, or the Whatnot. Both of these I've been running recently, and they have shaken the way I play completely and have made the game extremely fun for me. I know all of this is simple, I just wanted to get my thoughts out there. Let me know your opinion, and if this has pushed you to test new weapons and gear out. I appreciate everyone who has stayed till the end of the video. Much love to you. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're feeling it. Drop a like on the video, it really helps the channel grow, and as always guys, stay happy, stay hyped, have a wonderful day, and good luck looting.